It's a reminder to our people that notwithstanding the level you can hide yourself, you are whom you are, and you should not be afraid or be ashamed of claiming whom you are or being whom you are. That is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu, when he saw that his son, Nnamdi Ekpa, has taken the bull on the head and on the horn, you see him speaking once and for all. And you are going to see positive result, taking it back to the other stance. The British people, who are less than the millipede and the centipede, are trying to play on the head of our people. Who give them that audacity and the imprimatur? Who give them the audacity to play on our heads? You know, all these our brothers that got money at the halfway, they thought that having money is the everything. No, it is having the sense of nation building, sense of what is happening in this world. Why is it that Nigerian Airway is banned from travel?
Can anybody still hear MIB?
On Nigeria?
It's like we lost it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go on.
Okay, good. I said, why is it that Nigerian Airway has been banned from flying from Nigeria direct to America or to Americas or to Europe or to any advanced nation? But all of a sudden, you see a piece being given authorization to fly from Igbo land to Gatwick Airport. Why? Because if we are educated, we're supposed to be applying sociological question. We have to be critical. Why is it that they didn't permit Nigerian Airways to be flying to and fro Nigeria to advanced nations, but Nigerian Airways was banned for over 15 to 20 years. But all of a sudden, a piece is being given a license to flow or to fly from Igbo land to Gatwick Airport. I said Gatwick Airport, not to Heathrow Airport. That is to tell you that they want to use those people you believe as being the big man to subdue your agitation, which is very, very unfortunate and wrong for them, because we have grown more than these people, because any movement they are making, we go above them. What they are trying to replicate is called the political triangulation. They are trying to tell you that you want to culminate Dangote, Alien Onyema, and the owner of the Gatwick Airport. Not in London. It is in the south. If they say that what Academic Highness is saying is wrong, I want Alien Onyema to command his airplane to go to Heathrow. Heathrow Airport. Heathrow Airport is the Schengen Airport. I'm not saying that it's not capable of doing that, but I want you to understand the shenanigan of the Britain. Know you that the Britain did what you called Brexit, barely plus and minus 3 years ago. So they don't have that power to tell Alien Onyema to go to Heathrow Airport and fly directly from any country that is called Nigeria to Heathrow. It does not exist. It does not exist. But they will be using that shenanigan to be confusing our people because they know that Nnamdi Kanu has corrected or is correcting the mindset of servitude of our people towards liberation, which is being commanded and represented by the Biafran Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and the Biafran impeccable bridge members in cabinet. I want our people to focus on the ball and ultra. Let nobody listen to these people that doesn't understand international politics or international law. This is the time for the experts. What they are doing, we will be watching them through the ministerial mirror. At the end, we will tell them that we are the ones that the God Almighty created through the clay, and it is through the clay that we will revitalize Biafra. Nothing more, nothing less. And I thank you all.
Thank you, our Minister MID. Thank you so much. Our host, do you have anything to add to it, or should I carry on?
Carry on, my brother. Carry on.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Helen Peters, you have been on speaker. Do you have anything to say, or I give to other people here?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
We always have something to say. Thank you, my brother. God bless every one of you. Holding it down for the Twitter space, for the world to hear our voice loud and clear that we are about leaving the zoo. We does not belong to them. A place where you did not belong to, you have to quit. We have to quit. And thank God for the PM that God has given unto us to rescue us. Words of mouth is not enough for us to appreciate his kindness, for stepping up for the space he has taken, because they never knew that somebody like that will come and rescue us. So the world should hear us now loud and clear that Nigeria has collapsed. It has been destroyed. A country that kills its own people is not a country. A country that the military will be terrorizing their own citizens is not a country. Military people, they are meant to be defending the borders of their land. They are meant to be fighting outside world, not inside. You don't have to go and be killing your own people, dancing and clapping when you kill, burn houses down. You feel you are now a lieutenant. You will be promoted for I don't know what kind of war you went to. It is not done in anywhere. And that is because Nigeria is not a country, is not a nation. Just talking about nation, we all know that Nigeria is not a nation. It is not for anybody. We were forcefully brought up together to live in a desert that the widest can just swallow up the vulnerable among them, which we said we cannot continue any longer. God knows the amount of hatred that zoo, so-called Nigeria, has for every one of us, coming from the so-called South and Southeast, that they named us in order to divide us. But thank God that our people are learning in a hard way right now. Because if you call Alex Onyema, even this former Delta State governor, if you call him an Igbo man, he will say, no, I'm not an Igbo. But of recent now, all of them are agreeing to it that they are Igbos. We all now are agreeing to it that we are one. We are Igbos. And anybody that does not know his right now to stand up and fight and support the government, the bridging government, for us to have our freedom, it is a tax that you must pay. If not, you are going to remain a slave in your own land. Because you cannot say you did not hear the gospel when everybody was shouting, preaching, fighting for this freedom. Nobody in that zoo that we say they were not aware of it, I would have supported. I don't know, it was like this. I would have. No excuse. We don't have any, we are not going to entertain any excuse from anybody that did not support now that it is very hot and tight for us. If you don't support now, you think that when the time comes, because you are very wealthy, you are going to spend your money or do whatsoever kind of way you want to find your way into any government seat in Biafra land. It is not going to work. It is not going to work. We will tell you that go ye and perish with your words. Or better still, go and remain in the zoo where you belong to, in the Sabisa forest, and become a slave that you always want to be in your life. Because a country that did not recognize you, did not even respect you as a human being, a country who said you will never become a president in your life, you still call that a country? You appreciate that as a country? That is not a country, not to talk of a nation. So Biafra is a nation. It has existed before and it's still existing now. Everybody, there is bite of Biafra before. That bite every one of us. They took that away from the map so that we will not know our history. They purposely eliminate the history. They took off history from our curriculum so that our people will not know where they come from. They will not know where they belong. They are joining our head to be fighting one another, betraying one another, using money to at least attract every person that is willing, so that we will remain in the zoo. Time is up. We have all woken up. We don't need your money any longer. Anyone that wants to say the zoo they will be collecting money from the zoo government in order to fight against us, it's too late. It's too late. Biafra is here. I'm sorry, you all have to wake up now and support. Support the government in exile. Support the homeland in any way and manner. Obey to the instructions given out by the PM so that our freedom will come on time. That is all we want right now. Our people have woken up. The Yoruba Isoko state, you are hearing me as I'm saying it now. You will not say you did not hear on that. I'm even surprised that my own town person is even in this struggle, which is hallelujah to me. I am so proud of that our people have had the message. They have had the message. So there is no excuse that day that I did not hear. Did they created the Robosoko? We were not aware of it. No, there is no excuse. Come out and fight for your liberation now. Your liberty is number one. If you are working in a country that still enslave you, you have no voice to talk. Anytime they will come and disgrace you, they will come and humiliate you because you are an Igbo man, because you are coming from south and so-called southeast as they divided us. They are now using our own to fight our own self. Imagine a Wike destroying his own brother's property just to please the Fulanis. So what else can they do to us? We have seen it all in that country called Nigeria. We have seen it all. They have really opened our eyes to see that, yes, we did not belong to them. The so-called South and South, it did not belong to one Nigeria. No way. We are on our way out and nothing will stop us. And I thank God for every one of our ministers, our media team. They are all warriors. May God continue to empower and strengthen them. Make a way out of no way for them. Protect them and their families, because it's not really easy. I don't know how they do it. Every morning, like Pastor Vava, that one, every morning. Even most of the time, I'm asleep when he's doing his otutoma. It's not easy. Even in the cold, he will come out in the cold how freezing it is. But he will still come and broadcast, he will still come and say it as it is for our people to be free. It is not easy. I pray that God should continue to empower and strengthen every one of them. We appreciate their work. Every one of you on this space, 24 hours you are in this space. It's not easy now. We will see Dodge go somewhere, do things and come back. When we come back, see log in and we see that you guys are still there. May God continue to empower every one of you. My worry sister and every one of the ministers there. I appreciate every one of you. The struggle continue. We will not give up because Biafra is here. The whole world knows that Biafra has come. Nothing to be done against it. They will all accept us. The way it is, they are going to accept us. They don't have choice. Thank you, my people. God bless every one of you. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Let me use my mic here for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Helen
God
Peters.
bless him.
Our host, do you have anything to
Thank
say?
you, my darling sister. The voting is going on in our land. Please, by our people, when you see people comes to you, they are not there to do anything but to make you to cast your vote. Go and vote because time will come, we will need it. You will need it. If you don't vote,
I can't hear
hello, can you
anything.
hear
I'm
me?
sorry. I don't know if somebody
Yeah,
is
we are
speaking. I
we
cannot
are
hear
hearing
you.
the both of you
Can
talking.
hear you.
Uh-huh. Please, the voting is
What?
going
What
on.
is
That
sister
is the only
speaking,
thing
right?
we want you to do. Just go and vote. Let your voting count. Let your name be written. Let this Biafra that we are looking for, let your name be there. Because if your name not there, if your name not there, like my sister talk, I die no, not there. Because we don't dey preach the preach to una now. Una dey hear us, both English, both Igbo, both Urobo, both Isoko, both Calabar, everything I will take they talk to una. If una not get here, make una go borrow here now. Make una take dey hear. Because if Biafra come, what una go take una eye see, una go say una ear. You go take your own hand, take cut your ear, put for your mouth. Go borrow here now. Make you hear what they tell you. Go vote and save your land. Vote and save your land. Not be the time they go tell you say, oh, not be this one I they lead. Now that one they lead. We no one know. The governors and the ministers then when it's there for the zoo, so they never give una anything. Nothing they don't give you now. They don't know that una they exist. All they want now, what God give you. When you go take the leave, now they want from you. Nothing more to permit you people. So that una go dey like mumu. They don't turn all of now to mumu. When we dey talk, so now go say now we be mumu, say we not know what they do. But now we get sense personal. So I'm gonna go vote. No try for this place for Biafra land when not there for inside this our meeting. And everybody don't take their language to talk to now. If una not here now, when the time come, una go hear by force. Thank you, my sister. We've told them they must go and vote. People going around now to go and vote. They should make sure they vote. If not, when the time come, they go here and win. Thank you, my brother Frank. Thank you. No excuse. No excuse.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our sister, worry sister, for that wonderful, wonderful advice to our people. Fellow Biafrans, wonderful people, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the gallant warriors of Biafra land on the airspace. I want to really appreciate every one of you for being here. Please, I want us, we have been here since morning. The message has been passed. The kidnapping of our leader had made us to be here today. We have got to this stage and we are at the verge of entering the promised land. Those who thought that we are joking can now understand that we were never joking and we can never joke with our freedom. Neither are we going to joke with our leader. Please, I want us to, in the next 30 minutes, to close the space so that tomorrow we can as well prepare for another day. So I want all those on the mic section to have at least a minute to make their final submissions. Just a minute, please. Very, very important, so that we can as well go and rest. If you don't mind, my co-host and fellow ministers here, I really appreciate every one of you. And I'll start with you, Michael. Michael, I didn't know whether you have spoken before, but if you have or if you have not, please, while unmuting yourself, just make your final submissions. Make it very fast, very quick, so that we can go ahead and sleep for the next day. Thank you so much, Michael. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, good afternoon from here, my fellow Biafrans all over the world. I'm using the opportunity to thank you uh, to energize you guys for coming over here to speak against the oppressors for our way forward to get our liberation. First of all, that's my first time speaking. I've been on programs, kicking out because of network. I've been moving in and out. So every time I step up from the house, network was kind of bad. So it kind of keeping me out. So my points I was trying to raise here because I had many points. One was Chinan Samoru debate about the army. He photoshopped Mazdani color pictures. Second was Alina Nyama, which you guys lamented, which I hate to mention his name because he's a saboteur. One thing I would like everyone here to understand that those guys are using our brains every time. Um, they are the same secret code. They know themselves. They play the same games. We outside Biafrans and we outsiders thinking that they are those Northerners are oppressing them. They are the same games. Because, for instance, you and I are residing outside Nigeria, precisely US, England, anywhere reside in Russia. I promise you to open something. I promise you to probably do an experiment and have such amount of money invest uh you know any investment in Nigeria. See if you will last with that kind of obstacles and attacks on your business. And I give you 1.5 months or 2 years to be in Nigeria, and I promise you will fall back and come back here and start over again. So one thing I would like to ask you
I
guys,
can't
go.
hear anybody again, please. Frank, Dave, have I been kicked out
No, we
again?
are hearing you.
I can't hear
Okay.
anything.
So one thing I would like to ask you guys,
Is somebody
why is it?
talking?
Yeah, someone is talking. Was
Yes.
Peter?
So why is it that only those being attacked, only those our brothers and sisters, who would think they are brothers and sisters, being attacked their businesses, and also they're the same saying the same one Nigeria every morning, in their night, in the morning, in the evening, and they had never make any changes. Is they say it's only tree that remains when he sees the enemy is going to kill him. He is right there to waiting to be caught, to be cut off. So that's an example that shows you that whatever business they have, the Northerners, the British, are being displayed, are destroyed. Also, the game they played on us to also have the angers, agitate to move, to seem that uprisings and all kind of stuff. That is the game they play with us. Because in behind the doors, they're being settled, whichever money he spends on those areas. Because you should ask yourself, if business has been attacked in many places, in different angles, what makes him sustain? What is sustaining him on all these losses? Because it's only a business that not getting any profit. He's only, those our brothers are inside Nigeria doing that kind of stuff with all these guys. They are doing business and being lost with other things, but at the same times they are still progressing. Why couldn't you ask yourself what's behind their business? Is there anything they're not telling us? They are using you to to create chaos, shows everywhere to us to ask questions, agitating. Because if their business being touched as they preach, they will probably packed off from Nigeria has joined us to agitate for what we are looking for. And secondly, finally, China Samoro. Last time when this happening, we all here started when this kind of when Mazi Nanakalo was kidnapped, 2021. We some of us I was shocked. I couldn't bear it at work. Everywhere I was, my food I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. I came back home, listening, searching every website, see if I can get any good news. Even my friend called me back in Nigeria, and I said the person is a lie. That I didn't believe that. That's not like how we flew to Kenya being kidnapped. If he did that, so that means what he preached to us he's not practicing it because he knew how Africans are. But at the same time, I was shocked when news came up. They confirmed that he was kidnapped, and I cried. The families, my wife, was new. Then I couldn't eat. Everything was listening to Radio Biafra. I made multiple attempts to call the radio when this lunatic was broadcasting, shouting like a madman, like a mad dog. And even in time while our call was rejected, nobody answered us. I made attempts to join them to see if I can join the forces. They took my number, called me. That was when I knew that they had kind of a difference of IBOB. They asked me if I was with Simon Eber. I said, yeah, because I haven't seen anything that he has done wrong. And I was thinking to join IBOB was $10 in the place I resided. That was the one man in the car preached to us that to join was IBOB with $10. I was shocked, surprisingly. They asked me to pay $250 on front. And that got me shocked. Luckily, it was the number I gave to them wasn't the actual number I was using at that time. So they were keep calling, and I called them. I was two people reached out to me. One was staying in Louisiana, and one was deciding where I'm staying. And the same complaint, the same statement was made that the reason why they didn't want to make Mazi Simon our PM to lead to the reason why the attack was going back and forth because he's not a member of IBOB. And I asked questions again. When did you guys notice he's not IBOB and when this thing started? It started when Mazi Nanaka was kidnapped to Nigeria, or you just guys manufacturing all these kind of fallacies going around? None of them couldn't answer it. They knew that I knew even if I wasn't into the IBO, but I support financially, in Twitter, anything that will lead to Biafra, I also support. Even I linked my account, that goes the account. But when they knew that they can't be able to manipulate me or lure me to the agreement, they both stopped calling me. I also reached out some places. The same thing happened. But one thing I have to understand is China Saworu blocked me because everything statement he made during the time Mazinaka was kidnapped, I was also questioning him. Some of the things he said, some of the things he mentioned, I keep bombarding him on Twitter. Can you please explain this and explain that? He couldn't withstand my statements. He couldn't withstand my statement. He blocked. He made me to my Twitter to be blocked. I also created another account. I also continued to bombard him on his Twitter account. What he did was to block me, and the IBOB POS blocked me, and all their ERATs blocked me that I couldn't, continue my questioning. So, my brothers and sisters, it's obvious everyone that has critical thinking, that understand Nigeria government used these guys called DOS for a long time. They used it. Mazin Nakalo said that if Biafra has to come, either by war or by plebiscite, which is you have to go to join the Nigerian government in Abuja to to cast a vote, and the way we're going to do that is the senators. And they understood that if any of the Kano move to Biafra government in exile, if a Biafra agitation move to government, everything is done deal. When they knew that, and that's what that's why they kidnapped him. Because if you look at it very well, they the lunatics always use the references to use Nelson Mandela, what he did, Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela, the agitation was really different ways. It's not like us. We are looking for a state not a political parties. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu devoted all his life for past 15 years or 10 years, making movement to educate us. At the same time, the movement he was going for was political movement, not a separate state. And that's why Nigeria government used these criminals called POS to guide him, to make him to continue to agitate. Because if not, what happened? We will be on this Biafra for 50 years. My sister and brothers, we will never achieve the Biafra. We continue to lose ourselves. And I asked China some more, I asked him a couple of times, I said, it's obvious to me to believe that you guys always giving the fallacies that Nigeria government have bought equipment that was also millions of dollars that used to track WhatsApp. Every time we also hearing they were adopted IBOB in Onitsha, they adopted IBOB in Enugu, all parts of Nigeria. But I ask myself, how do Nigeria government locate these people? Even if they have a WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp number from different countries, but also they've been kidnapped. It shows that those people that have been kidnapped are the same criminal saboteur like Chinan Sanworu and DOS. And this guy called criminal Prince Darlington does their work by giving information to Nigeria government to kidnap their brothers. All these years, it's Mazi Simon Ekpa have take this liberation to Biafran government in Ezra. Have you seen kidnapping all the Biafra army? Have you seen being attacked their camp, all their locations? All these things have stopped. That shows you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been sabotaging different angle because of his good heart he has. One thing that happened, because if Mazi is a good thing, we all need to praise God, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has family members. Nigeria government knows the family members, know his family, mom or wives, relatives, and also can be touched by those guys. But Mazi Simon Ekpa, they know no, but that's why I say what you don't know is bigger than you. And they know if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot do what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing today, because some things could be suppressed. Him not to move that kind of speed Mazi Simon has today. I want everyone, wherever you are, to support what he's doing. He's taking us a new dimension. And the new dimension, he's taking us to a destination of Biafra that we're going to be this year. So, brothers, I thank you for coming up every day to broadcast. Sometimes we join you guys, or we join together to preach the word of Biafra. I'm a Biafrans. I believe in Biafra. Even wherever I travel, I say I'm a Biafrans. I don't believe in Nigeria. Even all my life, I believe in Biafra. But it baffles me. Some people back in Nigeria, they do not. Some of the preachings we are preaching here, they're lacking more information. I want you guys preach your family members, your relatives, everywhere you are. Preach them, vote for them, make them to believe, and join the liberation of Biafra. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much for that in-depth analysis and wonderful submission. I just let you roll because you didn't start with us, and we were making a lot of points. Our prime minister said what you don't know is bigger than you. And even when he was asked by Adadio Ramma who Simon is, he said,
Hello, Frank.
Simon,
Dave.
yes, Simon remains a mystery. Simon Ekpa remains a mystery to everyone.
Mazi Frank,
And
Mazi Dave.
who is speaking, please?
Can anybody hear me? Not again.
Yes, so when Adadio Ramma was asking him in Igbo language to explain who Simon is, he said Simon Ekpa will remain a mystery until Biafra is restored. So if you want to know about Mazi Simon Ekpa, support the Biafran Liberation Army, support the defense of our land, so that by 2nd of December 2024, Biafra will be redeclared And when we defend Biafra and God Biafra, you will know who Simon Ekpa is. Thank you so much, our brother Michael. And if you don't mind, if you make your submission, you can as well go down because we are rounding up so that I know those who have not made their submissions so that we can call it a day. Thank you so much, Michael, for that submission. May God be with you. Continue to join our spaces because this is the first time I'm meeting you on the space. Coincidentally, I am the one hosting. Thank you for being here. Mazi, I'll come to you. Our brother, that your hands up. Let me take it from here. Mazi Ekweme, please make your final submission in 1 minute, please, so that we can call it a day or a night as well. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother David. Thank you, everyone on the space. My submission is simple. It's just to pray. I want to pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the God of Biafra, the God of thunder, I pray that he continue to strengthen him. I pray that he continue to shower him with wisdom, divine wisdom, that will continue to enable him to pilot the affairs of Biafra government in exile and that of Biafra de facto government in homeland. I pray that the enemy, our enemies, will not see him. In Eke, in Afo, in Nkwo, in Ori, they will not see him. When they are at the back, he will be in the front. When they are in the front, he will be at the back. They shall never see him. And I want to use the opportunity to pray for our leader, Mazen Namodekano, that Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the God of our ancestors, the God of Biafra, should quickly grant him unconditional release from our enemies. And I pray for our guardian angels who are guiding our land, who are fighting for us, making us proud, making our people now to go to bed and sleep with their 2 eyes closed. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to strengthen them. Their enemies will not get them, and they will continue to do us proud until Biafra is restored. I pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Good night, all. Thank you very much for giving me the space.
Thank you so much, Mazi Ekweme. Your prayer has been answered by the gods of our land, and the persons you prayed for have received your prayers. May Okike let all that you pray come to pass to them. Thank you so much. Yes, Mazi Chukwumeze, you have 1 minute to make your submissions. Thank you.
All right, and they were my wonderful people of Biafra. Thank you, host. Thank you, co-host. Thank you to all women Biafrans and the ministers on this space. Yeah, my submission goes like this. I want us to understand something. If you are looking for the team to join in terms of this struggle, you understand, the evidence are there. But one thing I want to say, you see, one thing of one good quality or one faith. Okay, let me start. One of the faith of a genuine freedom fighter is number one. If you are not in exile, you are in the grave. If you are not in the grave, you are either in prison. And you can see, that's why our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is in the DSS jungle, still paying the ultimate price and not willing to negotiate our freedom. You understand? So that we can be free and have our everlasting freedom. And you can see our prime minister, you can see where he is in exile doing the needful. You see, when our prime minister started, you understand, they were like, who is this boy? But you see, those who fail to read history, you understand, will not know how to go about the future. And one thing you need to understand, when it comes to freedom agitation, you understand, as a leader in the freedom, in the movement of freedom, you understand, initially they will ignore you. After they ignore you, they start to laugh at you. And it gets to the point that they cannot laugh any longer, and they start fighting you. And if you see our prime minister, we Biafrans, you understand, most especially those part of the 100 men, we have gone through all this process. So that tells you all the answers you're looking for, to know that this side of the ship that you want is the right way to get Biafra. So, and also I want to encourage those. A lot of us have shared our experience about how we reacted when we heard the news of the kidnap of our leader. You understand? That's good. But what I want us to do is that, you see, this battle, you understand, it's called division of labor. Everybody have their part to play. You see, those people who were emotional crying, please, I want you to channel that emotion, you understand, into doubling your hustle and towards your pocket and give more. You understand? There are people who will pick up their guns and fight this battle for us. There are people who will continue to speak on the media. So those of us who have been emotional, then it means that you cannot be on the battlefield. So if you cannot be on the battlefield, give your wealth, give your resources. Because at the end of the day, a freedom fighter is never an emotional person. You understand? Your mind and your heart has to be one direction, and that direction is towards freedom. So thank you so much, each and every one of us, and may God bless our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, the cabinet member, all the ministers, you understand, all the friends and lovers of freedom, each and every one of you on this Biafra space. May Chuko Kikabiama bless each and every one of us. And I'm calling on the spirit of our ancestors, our forefathers, all the good spirit of the land of Biafra, you understand? All the Amadiohas, the Ikengas, the walls of spirit to stand up, you understand, and fight for us. And at the end of the day, all praise will be given to Chuko Kikabiama. Thank you so much. I yield my mic.
Thank you so much, our brother Chinemeze, for that wonderful submission. Your prayer has been well received, and the gods of our land have sanctioned it. Thank you so much. Please, if you make your final submission, go to the listening section so that we can proceed. Sister Mary, you want to speak now? Okay, the mic is yours. Make your final submission in 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to meet you guys again. Thank you to give me this opportunity. You know, my people, I don't have much to say. Oh, I want just to say to my people, I know I want to speak a little bit my language, and at least it's allowed, you know, for Biafrans. Or yes, yes, ekomdo, papa, eka, afrefen yenbok, yeka, itente mufebe, baba, mbubre yomi, mi ko mufrong, mbo yaba sera ye mufo. Ninido nito mufo Biafra, nito mufe tangi komi, aminkere miri, mbok, ema ekobi komi, kespese mi, ayine kami, akpara wami, ay uyeyama, mbok, kakero kombio si bakirong, punto mi ke Biafra diong, ke Biafra di mbok, mbirong mi kopo, ayenam tangi komi. It's in this channel enomo. Ebo mo ya mo ka ke listen no Simon Ekpa. E ka ke mene old video walida. Ke ma ke kidnap amoro. Amo ma ko because Simon Ekpa mo ya di ongo the reason. Su government Nigeria ke kidnap anye. E ya di ongo bon to mi ke se Simon Ekpa tangami. Iro gon sukero. Mbo afugbo ko bi call me. Even though for ba ke ese ke ko TikTok do. Just try. Use Simon Ekpa. Tang men buka nandi tango. Use own programs. Nge TikTok on photo. Ama tang ma ki koma kara. Afo change ki kong kang. Aroko yang biyong kang ko. Ke December ya declare Biafra. Aye mi do on inuang. Mbok ni to mbok. Please. Just make this announce because December. Ya declare Biafra. Anana for fun Biafra. Itente fokwe baba. Kukene kuko say this DOS su government abambio sikisi kena walida before. Eko to moro DOS dagami. our dragon ichere kondo ama reject mama cause more since how many years ago be 2 years now or 1 year and a half eke cause more safe even if I saw Biafra ama reject more because I'm eke kidnap our leader aro paniko kentang muro coffee I'm eke kidnap our leader amo idakami wongedi ebi dibo kebi di kidnap our ichere kondonko mbiebo ya fuku ya fulani ikidi kidnap nyineba fulani idi di woni to nyineba mbok ni te ka mbok ide ira ni pe ne kenke nyongdi so nyime ne kedo very important so me wo nyongo ya kikon kan ne me fon nang tangami so me me ne mesre tieti mbok mama mbok etete nyen mbok akparawa afoma ko bi ko mi tangami pro fo me ni ebu ndi tangi ko kwa ibom ifo no you know good at all as you as a born Biafra land and a fotangi ko ibibio ukemero nko kibo etangi ko se min tangami etangi ko nkangamo sebo yang mufo etangi ko nkang mufo yang bi mo irong e di ongo bonto mi yes kempo Biafra mi ado fre fru keri songo ko to Biafra do ado the southeast ado the coastal southeast different kind of language for tanga ado odo southeast afro Biafra afuro go different iro go different no ntanga ta fre pane ko roko me I know the joko ma tangi ko nkang miemi if na my intonation obi na yang me wiki ko sentang amimba ki don ro pe tangi ko nedla nami afuri ongo ku go ke min tangi ko mi so mi mbo ni so bo ndi bo ke mi me tangi ko nkang mi no ikemeke ke men ditepe so what did he Simon fund the soldiers mbok fund the soldiers Marco nte ba ke kwa bo ndi mini de facto government ke free songo irong ibomoro bodo go ja ukeru ke itie Biafra ro imini de facto government fani tente mo seba ya ke ne fund you know si afọ mu ba ke bodo yubomi ni ba ke bodo yubomi ana nyini fund ko so fo pe ke meninam ye me mo ya afọ ri on the right itie fo bu ri on ka ke telegraph ka ke yemi tie de facto government fo ya fo fund irong mu fo se mi tangaro ro ngiro iri o ko ngbo se pe ni to ko ntom aro ke do ke Simon Ekpa afoke ne Simon Ekpa ye Nnamdi Kanu the government in exile you know ammo mini eke de facto government ba ante pe bonte bo ke enye governor ro pinini declare ke kanga December ya di declare so mo di daga do mbio do e ba e work ke government so mo ya ni control e di ngom bio siba ki iso ngi ngoro anyena me bo ya fofot anyena me bo nto mi se pe tatanga bo ke government in exile tang ke ne na maro ku kane dem tom ku ke ne se su government tang ku ta try on ku try ama try afo me woro ile mfororo aye ni do konfra because afo ma gba e bo jine se ke ki de be ka ntom mi kedo mkpo Biafra kedo mkpo do ebo mbi tang ibo afo tang e bibio afo do Biafra ku yak su government ku yak Britain enye wuru ke nyene maharo Britain enye mendi separation ode do nyini iton tenisme Britain enye bo ntom ke fu do ni to ka ke Britain enye so continue ka leader Nnamdi Kanu ake kidnap anye ke Britain do onye kama passport mo ngo ibo ke mama wo awo kama ke passport mfo adon kiro mfo afo kidnap anye because of anye ndibo kimo yem freedom uno fie ne fo ba akiro bintaka ro bi na America kidnap anye do ke fo bombo mi ne bo ke ntaka ro pe na America kidnap walida ana mo itanga tangi kwenge e bo ke bi di kidnap Simon Ekpa itoy kambo wekobo meko sentanga ro mpo ntanga mi mbo poko sentanga mi mbo Shie ga ke no mbirong. Yaga mweko. Shie ku kap ku nam kidem fi po. Tang po siya fo mo bo to mi ki kom makara do mana isongfo. Ama ko bi kom makara iko ibibio min tangami. Shie nye no mbie tang iko ibibio ya ko sentangami. When you don't speak Bibio language, as you they hear me speak this language, if you be my brother, I no want speak the language too. Share the or you be my sister, you no want speak that your language too. Please share this thing, eh? Share nye men no nye yang bi rong ekeko. Mokobodo, iko nye do iko mani song idong yan. And for my call me by force by power. So that for you I spread the good news of heaven yang bi rong ekeko. So that the village people will understand. Because thank you very much, Niteka. Thank you, the house. Thank you very, very much to give me. I'm so happy to meet you guys again. Thank you. May God bless all of us. Give our leader the best wisdom and grace. We can't wait to see him very soon. Kudos. We move. Thank you very much, my people. See you.
We move our own lovely sister Mary. Thank
you.
You so much for that wonderful submission and for speaking the language of heaven. When you were speaking, the angels were rejoicing because this is the language that the angels understand, the language of Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. Our leader told us that in heaven, the languages we use are the language of communication. So in heaven, where Chukwu Okike Abiama resides, nobody will be speaking English to you. It's this language of the ancient, the language of Ndibo, the ancient people. Thank you, our own Mary, for passing the message to those who could not understand foreign land's language. Thank you for your wonderful submission. Yes, so we come to you, Chukwu, Mazi Chukwuma. Chukwuma Orazue, you have the mic now. Use 1 minute to make your submission, sir. Thank you so much for being here. We are rounding up. Chukwuma Orazue. Okay. Why Chukwuma is preparing Amuche. Amuche